Happy Friday, people of Earth. People, animals, plants, microorganisms, all life on Earth has gathered here with us at Nextlander to celebrate Friday. How are you doing, Alex Navarro?
Happy Friday, Xbox.
That's right. Happy Friday, Xbox. Happy Commerce no more.
No.
I guess. They shut down the Xbox.
Commerce is dead.
Yes. They shut down the Xbox 360 marketplace this week, and we decided, hey, what better excuse to just chill out on this Friday and play some Xbox 360 games. Uh-oh. Happy Friday audio lag. This is a bit, things are a bit ramshackle here this week.
Mm-hmm.
Please let us know if there are any issues with the stream. I'm gonna... Uh-oh. Well, cool.
Okay. How bad is the audio lag?
I don't know.
Looking good now. It could have just been one of those things where it was trying to, regulate itself at the beginning.
Yep, maybe so. Streaming is hard.
It is.
It turns out. Also, if I tab out of this video window, it seems to kill my video chat. So maybe I'll just won't tab out of this window ever again.
Don't ever do it.
All right. Are we good? I
think we're good.
I may not be able to look at chat then. Yep. Every time I tab over to chat, it does this.
Don't worry. I'll do it.
So I'm going to
keep an eye on chat.
have to rely on you to look at chat today.
I'll do my best.
Yep. All right. Hopefully this video feed will remain stable otherwise. Check this out.
Say I was frozen?
Yeah, it's because of the way the video is dying every time.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's never tab out again, and let's do this for real.
You want to have some fun?
Let's have some fun.
Check this out.
Uh-huh.
Dude, we're in space.
Ooh.
We're in space.
Why?
We're in space.
I mean, why not?
We're flying through space today. That's how things are going over here.
Look at you getting experimental over there.
That's right. Look at my head blobs as it tries to remove my background. All right. So let's check out this Xbox.
Check out this Xbox.
I've heard a lot about it. Actually, what I have heard a lot about is that it looks fucking grim now that they've pulled all that stuff out, and I really am excited / fearful to see what they've done to our baby.
So you're going to be playing some stuff on your Series X, stuff that was from the arcade era,
Yes.
but I have my 360
Yes.
plugged in and turned on because I have one with an HDMI out.
Yes, thank you for doing the work. My 360 is in deep storage. It would take me like 20 minutes of unloading a walk-in closet to get to, so thank you for bringing yours.
No problem.
But yeah, like you said, I will be playing some games on a Series S. Why don't we move on over to the video
Series
games?
X.
Yeah, let's just switch right on over there.
The actual 360,
And
actually.
are you ready for this? Oh, God, I'm looking at it now. Okay, brace yourselves, audience.
It ain't much. It ain't much to look at.
What the fuck, man?
They massacred my boy.
What? Like, this is the dashboard, right?
They took away my joy.
Like, this is home. Like, home is highlighted. Like, this is the front screen, right? This is all that's left.
Well, okay. You go over to social, you do still get this at least.
Okay, all right. Well, avatars will live forever, as we all know.
There is my avatar, just kind of hanging out, doing his thing. He has no one to talk to, nothing to do. He just lives on this console forever.
Yeah.
And then, here's your settings. But this is it. I mean, you go into the games, it shows you the games, you still have your apps and everything, but, like, there is no pizzazz left.
Yep, that's, man. Hey, at least they're still letting you play your video games.
It's true, and I was actually very worried about that last night because I could not sign in for the life of me, and it turns out the reason is because the 360 doesn't know what to do with two-factor authorization.
All right, well, at least we're in now.
Yeah. So I'm going to probably stick to a handful of games today that did not ever get any kind of backward compatibility and appear on any other console because, I have the console. I might as well just play those.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I definitely don't have, like, every fucking 360 game I own downloaded here, but this was just, I looked at what I had, and I was like, there's enough here to fill a stream.
Sure.
And the first thing we are going to rock here is a Rock Band game I didn't work on, so this is not a conflict of interest. This is Rock Band Blitz, a game that has also kind of been massacred by a mixture of different servers shutting down and never being available anywhere else.
Oh, is that like multiplayer or leaderboard servers?
Leaderboards, power-ups, basically anything that was like progress in this game was tied to your server or their servers, and none of that works anymore. So you can still play the songs, and it will store your scores locally, but you can't do any of the extra stuff in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, the stream is immediately going to be demonetized, but let's roll.
I don't care. I'm not here for monetization. I'm here for fun.
Also, before you get into it real quick, I forgot to let the people know. I came prepared today.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
I got... Speaking of digging things out of storage, I brought the brass knucks.
That's fucking rad. Mine's up on a shelf.
Oh, you have one of these?
Behind some stuff. Yeah, I have one of those too.
Excellent. It's time to beat the shit out of this stream. All right.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, now if I can manage not to spill my tea everywhere. All right.
Just taking a moment to discover all the downloadable content I have on here.
Oh, it's still going? Oh my god.
Yes.
How many?
It takes a minute.
How much? Do you know how much storage you have in this Xbox?
It's whatever the last hard drive iteration they put out was.
Is that 120, or did they ever get up to 250 on the 360? I think the last model. Oh boy. All right. Well,
yeah.
Oh, you probably have to proceed in offline mode to play this.
Yeah, you have no
right?
choice to proceed, but to proceed in offline mode.
Oh, great.
Happy summer. Let's play a summer song
right.
here.
Sure.
Like, for instance, Spill the Wine by War.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it is not really saving any of my scores or anything I have done now that the servers are officially dead. But you can still play it, kind of. No power-ups either, which sucks.
Well,
but
that's probably all. That's probably all you can ask for in 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. Hot stream update. I think I'm able to look at chat and not break our camera feed
Fantastic.
now. So, people want to make requests or tell me how much the stream sucks. Feel free to do so.
No, don't tell us that. We don't want to know. So this game, is just taking your Rock Band DLC and generating what are essentially like frequency and amplitude style lanes for everything.
Yeah, number one, I was gauging how much I should try to talk to you while you're playing this, but...
No, it's fine. You can talk.
You're a drummer. You're probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, were frequency and amplitude both this? Like, were they both kind of the same game, or were there major differences there?
I mean, there was other stuff that those games were doing, and obviously the soundtrack was a lot more like electronica-focused. But I'd say like the most direct analog is something like Rock Band Unplugged for the PSP.
Right.
Like it's basically just that same format.
Right, but both of those games were still just kind of like lane switching, note highway, basic format stuff. Okay.
And this game added a lot of interesting like power-ups and stuff you could do to kind of, sort of blow up the field a little bit here. But again, none of that stuff works if you don't have the servers on for some reason.
Sure.
So,
man, I forgot this hooks into your Rock Band DLC. That's awesome. Like, I mean, it comes with songs, right?
Yeah, I think it had some songs, but those songs were like songs that I think ended up appearing elsewhere eventually. Hang on, flute solo. I played the living shit out of this game when it came out.
This game's cool. What difficulty is this?
I don't think there really is a difficulty setting. It's just kind of like the songs have their difficulty ratings. It's not like the Rock Band where they sort of chart all the individual instruments by difficulty. It's just this is the track difficulty.
Okay. And will this take any... Surely this will not take like any DLC release for Rock Band, right?
Anything from 3 and backward.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess they must not have had to do actual work on the DLC to make it work with this?
I don't think so. I think it's just generating tracks based on the note lanes that already exist within the DLC.
Huh. Well, that's cool. That feels like something that should not have been allowed by the platform holder, It's like Microsoft should have had some TCR that was like, hey, one game cannot touch another game's DLC, but I'm glad they did that. That's awesome.
I mean, it's their DLC. It's
yeah.
the same developer, so I could see that not being as big of an issue.
Yeah, it's awesome that they did it. Or it's like one of those unconventional things that you would never think of doing.
And it's one of those things where I think their contracts were like, you are signing on for Rock Band, which means that your songs may appear in other Rock Band related video games.
Sure. Who is War?
War is a project from Eric Burden,
Okay.
and I forget who some of the other band members were originally. War eventually went on without him, but he was one of the founding people.
Eric Burden, was he in the Animals?
I think so, yeah.
Right? Okay, yes. House of the Rising Sun, isn't that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this song specifically because of the Boogie Nights soundtrack.
Sure.
That was my introduction to it.
Sure.
Which is probably one of the best film soundtracks of all time, licensed.
Yeah, sure. Boogie Nights, fantastic film that I think I may have zero desire to ever see again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it is one of the, it is maybe the most depressed I have ever been walking away from a film.
I have a friend.
It's just a feeling of pure emptiness.
Oh, yeah. So I had a friend who, he loved the movie, and he would always turn it off before the 80s section because he wanted to believe that they just went on having, like, porno parties for the rest of their lives.
Much like the characters in the film, you just want to believe the good times will last forever.
Yes, exactly. Let's do one more song, and then we'll try something else.
All right. Boogie Nights, P.T. Anderson, right?
Yes. His second movie, I believe.
Yeah, did you do Magnolia right after that?
Yes. Magnolia was the next one.
I feel like I've seen a lot of talk about Magnolia of late, for some reason.
Magnolia has some of my favorite performances anywhere in P.T. Anderson's catalog. It is an extremely messy and bloated movie, but I think it's kind of great. Happy Ska Fridays, everyone.
All right, yeah, let's do it. The thing I was seeing yesterday was the, I believe it was the supporting actor Oscar for that year going around. That it was like Cruise and Magnolia, Haley Joel Osment and Sixth Sense, Jude Law and Talented Mr. Ripley, and who was the other one that lost? Oh God, it was another like career-defining performance. Oh, Michael Clark Duncan in
Green Mile.
Was it Green Mile? I think
probably. That sounds about the right era.
It was like four extremely worthy performances. And then they gave it to Michael Caine, who already had an Oscar in a movie that nobody cared about.
What movie was it?
Cider House Rules.
Oh, Cider House Rules, right. Yeah, I saw that movie once, and that's another one I don't think I ever need to see again.
Sure. But that was what made me think of Magnolia, was like people were like, yes, this is like arguably Tom Cruise's like defining performance.
Oh, it's definitely one of his best, like by a wide margin. It was in that era where he was definitely trying to stretch out beyond kind of like, you know, the handsome leading man type shit that he was normally doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes to mixed effect, but I feel like in that one they really got it right.
Is that the one with the frogs?
Yes.
Okay.
This is something that happens. Yeah, it's one of those movies where when you see it in theaters, you get real antsy because, one, it's real long, and there's a lot of stretches where it's just a lot of, you know, very dramatic acting and nothing else happening. So you start, at a certain point, you're just kind of like, I really need to pee, but I don't want to leave because there's, like, drama happening. And, yeah, I remember by the end of that movie, my bladder wanting to explode.
Was that around the early 2000s, would you say?
I want to say it was 99.
Okay, because that's right around the time that I remember people thinking that 3+ hour movies were okay all of a sudden.
Yeah, that movie was like 3 hours, I think.
Like that and all the Lord of the Rings movies, and then suddenly every movie was 3 hours for a little bit. What is the incentive to switch lanes here? Like, are they guiding you to specific ones, or is it just whenever you feel like it?
So basically what you're doing is you're trying to build up the multiplier on every track.
Okay.
And so when you hit those gates, kind of like at the midway sections of each section of the song, it's basically banking what you have built up to that point. So the idea is you want to try and get them all as maxed out as you can. And if you get to the gate and they aren't all maxed up, they only build up to the lowest point. So, like, if you still have one at 7 when you hit to the gate, none of these are going to go past 7.
Okay. And the multiplier doesn't, like, decay on a lane if you ignore it for too long, right? Like, if you get it all the way up, it just stays there?
Once you get it to the bank point, it just stays there until it's time to start building it up again.
Okay. And this is not backwards compatible, you said. You have to play this on 360?
Not even remotely.
And did this come out on anything else? PS3? Do you know?
There might be a PS3 version also. I can't remember, though. I never played the PS3 version if there was one.
Let's find out.
There's no PC version, I know that.
Okay, yeah, it was on the PS3.
Okay.
For what that's worth.
I opened for this band once, right around the time this album came out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Man, this was like probably, that must have been like the peak of their fame.
Oh, it was extremely the peak of their fame. This was like their only hit to speak of.
Right, this is the only song I've ever even heard of theirs.
Yeah, they weren't the nicest band I ever opened for. They weren't horrible or anything. They just didn't socialize at all with anyone else there, so...
No, I try not to hold that against people.
Yeah.
Some people just are not super outwardly social or gregarious, you know?
It just had a little bit of an air of like, well, we're the band that's on a label and we're touring right now.
I mean,
there's a little bit of that.
Like that, of course, that sucks. If you can like affirmatively identify that they are acting above you, that sucks.
Like, let me compare it. Like when I played with, not that I have anything super nice to say about this band, but like when we opened for the Bloodhound Gang, like those guys came out and talked to us and were actually very social and nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is I was actually kind of surprised about.
Yeah.
All right, let's. So that's Rock Band Blitz. I'm happy I still at least have that downloaded somewhere where I can play it.
Frankly, this could just be a Rock Band Blitz stream.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we should do that, but like your drumming streams, I could just sit here and listen to Rock Band songs for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, but let's try something else.
All right.
Let's see here. We'll do a couple of mine, and then maybe we'll pop over to you for a little bit. Okay. And go back and forth.
So this is just stuff you had on here for this has all been installed for years?
This is stuff that I just never bothered to delete. Like, I know I own some other stuff, but I just never bothered to go back and re-download it. This is the version of Catan that I maybe have spent the most amount of time playing over the course of my life.
Oh, I didn't know Big Huge Games made this.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Do I have Uno? Asked Bartman. Yes, I do. We'll check that out later.
Oh, man. You don't have your Xbox 360 Vision camera handy, do you?
Sadly, I do not.
Oh, man. I don't think Uno is backwards compatible.
No, it is not, and this is not either. This does still seem to have online servers, but I'll tell you right now, ain't no one playing the Xbox 360 version of this game online right now.
I believe that.
We'll just bop in here real quick.
Do you own a Vision? Do you have that camera somewhere?
I bet I do somewhere.
Because I do. Maybe we should all get Visions and play some Uno on a stream at some point.
Fuck yeah,
and just see what happens. Like,
come on.
Like random public matchmaking Uno 360 is like some of the most fun I've ever had playing online multiplayer games.
Totally. I played so much of that damn Uno.
It was so fucking stupid. Like, it was just it was like basically the first like mass mainstream video chat multiplayer game, right?
I think so.
It was the first like cheap, easy camera that everybody could just buy and plug into a thing and just go. And you just saw so many dirtbag assholes on there.
I don't know which version of Catan. I'm going to go with the version of Catan that has 38 followers, because that to me feels like the right one, probably.
All right. I have no idea how to play Catan, so I will defer to you.
It's fine. It's not that complicated. I'm not even sure there is like an associated game space for this on here. I mean, the way you play Catan is, you plop your little towns down and roads, and each of these things is a resource that you get cards for, and those resources let you build and expand. That's it.
Okay.
And if you want, you can trade, you can do stuff, but right now I don't really have anything I want to do, so I'm just gonna move on.
So this is the entire game. There's no, maybe I'm mixing this up with something else. There's no like zoomed in world map or anything, like actual terrain.
No, not really. It is a board game at heart.
Okay. Are you a Carcassonne player also?
I have played Carcassonne. I have played way less of that.
Okay.
I'm not going to play like an entire game here, but I just figured I would check this out because, again, I have so goddamn many hours in this version of Catan because it was actually my first version of it. I had never played it before until this came around, and it turns out I love it.
Like, everybody's got those games, right, on XBLA.
Yeah.
That, like, everybody's just got 1 or 2 or 3 games on XBLA they just played the living shit out of. It's a hell of a service.
Yep.
I was looking at the giant.
No, they made something good, man.
Yep, they sure did. I was looking at the Giant Bomb wiki page for the Xbox Live Arcade Summer of Arcade last night.
Mm-hmm.
Summer of Arcade was so rad.
It really was.
I wish somebody was doing that again. But like everything is downloadable now, so it's kind of not the same, right? Like,
yeah.
But there was something about that like 5-week period of like, hey, these are curated games. Like, okay, we can't promise all 5 of them are going to be complete bangers, but like 3 to 4 of them will be.
Yeah.
Like every year you had your one Galaga Legions or whatever that was like, okay, I guess you shoved that in here too. But
I remember like, yeah, the first waves of those, like the first few years they were doing it, there was always like one game that was just kind of like whatever. But they were rarely bad, was the thing. Like, I feel like most of the stuff that ended up in Summer Arcade was at absolute worst just kind of whatever.
yeah, right. But some of the best XBLA games ever in that thing. Like,
yeah, totally.
Trying to think. Castle Crashers, Geometry Wars 2, Splosion Man.
Mm-hmm.
Trials.
All the hot shit.
Trials HD, Shadow Complex.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion. Discord chat calling out my Galaga Legions slander. I have nothing against Galaga Legions.
It's fine.
I don't know that I ever played it, actually.
I did. I thought it was okay.
Now, I do own it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. I could download it. I think it might be backwards compatible. Let's just take a look.
You do that. I'll play a couple more rounds, and then we'll bop over to something else.
I've got something like 20 or 30 XBLA games installed now, so... You'll want to see some Doritos Crash Course.
I do.
God, I cannot believe Doritos Crash Course got backwards compatibility.
Look, man, Doritos knows. They know what the people want.
I guess.
Yeah, the Xbox Vision camera was always a very funny thing.
It was so
when
stupid.
You were playing Uno.
It was so stupid, like everything about the early 360. Like, that's...
Yeah.
And I say that in the most loving way possible. Like, everything about the first, like, 3 years of the Xbox 360 was just, like, batshit ridiculous.
Profoundly dumb.
In an extremely fun way. And they have so lost that. Like, for whatever work they've done writing the ship since Don Matrick, like, the Xbox is just kind of stuffy these days.
Yeah.
Like, the Xbox wears khakis now instead of suit jacket over a hoodie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lost that J. Allard edge, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or fortunately, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's...
You know,
there was a ramshackle quality to the way that Xbox approached a lot of things from this era that I think sometimes was kind of rad.
Yeah. Like, it was cheesy and unapologetic about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't have years of built-up cruft about what expectations for the Xbox platform are, you know?
Yeah.
It's not Nintendo and Sony where everyone has these built-in expectations. Like, they were just trying some shit with the 360 because the first platform didn't fully take.
Yeah. Slippery in Ned on Twitch says, bring back gamer zones. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. After we
I will subscribe to your newsletter.
After we covered that, we covered that Activision Call of Duty matchmaking study on the podcast this week. Just looking at some more matchmaking stuff, and it reminded me of the gamer zones. And it reminded me that, like, putting yourself in a zone actually fed into the matchmaking, right? Like, if you put yourself in the pro zone, it would match you against other people in the pro zone.
The gamer zone.
Like, that was cool. What zone did you... Actually, can we still see what zone you're in?
I don't know. I don't know that you can.
We can check your gamer card after this.
Yeah, we'll check after this.
PB Alfredo asking what did gamer zones actually do? Yeah, like it was let's see. It was pro, recreational, family, and underground.
I might have been underground.
Yeah. I actually looked it up last night. I was reading about a lot of 360 stuff last night, but I read their marketing copy for... Actually, I should just pull that up really fast. Their marketing copy for Underground is extremely stupid. Underground. If you aren't easily intimidated, the Underground is for you, not for the faint of heart. Your battle cry, take no prisoners. That is like the most 2005 marketing copy I have ever heard in my life.
It was such a more innocent time, I swear to God.
Prozone, you aren't going to settle for anything less than first place, but you respect the game and your competitors. Play clean, play hard, play to win.
I will never do any of those things. All right, that's enough Catan. This is what Catan is. I played just so fucking much of that game.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know why, I just did. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can figure out what zone I'm in.
Yeah, so if you hit the guide button, I think would be the fastest way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, oh gosh, how do you get to your card?
Profile?
No, I think that's console level stuff. You can check it, actually. Check profile. God, remember this interface?
Mm-hmm. I have good rep.
You're in zone none?
What?
I didn't know that was even
that can't
possible.
Be right.
I did not.
I know I had a zone.
Dude, set a zone.
How do I set a zone?
Probably add a profile, I don't know.
Gamer zone.
There it is.
Why did it take me out of my zone?
This is a momentous choice.
Well, underground, obviously.
All right, of course. Oh, there it is. There's that copy.
Yeah.
Motto. Oh, right. The motto's okay.
Yeah, I'm the Lizard Queen.
It's
Is
just
my
like
motto.
gamer pictures, avatars. It was all so dumb.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is that it was the right kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, the way they let you personalize it felt very novel in a way that we all knew was corny as shit. But look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I spent time putting outfits on this stupid guy.
Yeah, and you could unlock these in games. I thought that was the coolest part. It was like,
yeah,
it's kind of like an achievement extension. You know, you could unlock actual like game shit for your little stupid computer person by playing. It was just a neat idea. Anyway.
Do you want to boot up a thing or two, and then we'll come back to me?
Yeah, sure. Let's
all right.
hope all of this hangs together as I transition over to my side.
This will be a good test.
Let's just see here. Okay.
I'm going to unmute Parsec now.
Here's my stuff. Let me switch monitor inputs real fast. All right. This is what I have installed so far.
Okay. A lot of bangers in here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff did actually make it to backward compatible, which I am fairly happy about.
You know, we talked about it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Give me the juice.
And I think, didn't this use your avatar?
A lot of games did. That might have been one.
I think it did. I don't know. Does my avatar still? Well, you saw it on your friends list, so I guess it does still exist on a server somewhere.
Yeah.
So presumably people will be able to see this. Oh, I don't think people are getting audio from.
Yeah, I'm not hearing your audio either.
You should be now, I hope.
Okay.
Please tell me. Snack Strong Productions.
Good stuff.
What else did Snack Strong Productions put out?
I will look this up for you.
Probably nothing. I assume that was a fake studio name.
Doritos Crash Course.
All right.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Great. Murder by Death asks, you guys remember the Yaris game? I don't think Yaris is backwards compatible.
It is not.
Although if you have it, maybe you should load it up. I
don't know if I did. I played it at the office once or twice. I don't know if I ever owned it.
I unlocked a gamer picture.
Ooh.
I should probably use one of these gamer pictures. Why did I never get these before?
Because you weren't playing a lot of that.
You know, my Xbox Live is not currently active. I probably should have turned that on for this, but anyway.
I went to the Snack Strong Productions, I don't know, placeholder website or something. Yes, this is just their online marketing arm from this era.
Okay. It's me. Or it's circa 2011 me.
Look at you.
Didn't people kind of like this game? Like, I remember this being not terrible.
My recollection is that of these advert games, it was actually one of the more fun ones to play.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Did they charge money for this? This was not free, was it?
I don't think it was free, but it was fairly cheap, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you probably start tripping if you sprint for too long, huh? Oh, shit! I think there was, like, some amount of inter-office rivalry around this game.
That sounds
like,
right.
I think some people in the office actually somewhat jokingly got into beating each other's times.
Yeah, only somewhat jokingly.
Which is like about the nicest thing you could say about this game.
Totally.
Is that... Wow. Is that legally actionable?
What's that?
That Michael Jackson dance? That was pretty...
If it is,
seems,
nobody got around to suing them.
That seems fairly unapologetic. Matt Kessler has beaten the shit out of my time on that one.
This game was apparently free.
Okay. Mr. Sampo-san says, getting competitive about Doritos Crash Course as a bit. Ouch. I don't think it was a bit. Like you said, I don't think it was entirely a bit.
No. I think there was some seriousness to it.
Oh.
The one thing I greatly lament that we cannot boot up here or do anything with is 1 versus 100.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Because that is not available anywhere. That is not a thing you can play outside of the context of those live events.
I wonder how much footage even exists of that game. I hope some people captured it at the time.
Yeah.
That game was so cool.
It was one of the coolest fucking things they ever did, and I mean that sincerely.
It's like one of the coolest ideas I have ever seen in video games.
Yeah, they created actual appointment gaming.
Right.
Like, they created a notion of you have to be at your console at this time, and people fucking did it.
What is Chris Cashman up to these days?
I don't know. Yes, there was a 1 versus 100 quick look, so that footage is at least still out there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wasn't it only on, like, Sunday nights?
It was something like, it was definitely like once or twice a week, I think.
Like, I don't even know when that quick look would have been recorded. Go.
Gandado pointing out that Silent Hill mobile thing is also kind of appointment gaming. Yeah, but the thing is, 1 versus 100 was actually good.
Yeah. God, I wanted to be the one so bad.
Mm-hmm. I just think the idea of, like, you know, console-based game shows where people have to sign on and do stuff was, like, a concept that should have become bigger.
Yeah, that would have been rad. Yeah, people rightfully pointing out that's pretty much where HQ Trivia came from, or got the idea.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing is I think HQ in its own way was good, too.
Yeah.
It's just that something about the way they implemented, like, avatars and everything else, it was just very uniquely Xbox of the time.
Yep. Remember when people, like, tried stuff? Instead of just making the same games ad nauseum forever.
Yep. No one will ever try anything again.
All right. I think we'll call it after this one.
Okay. This is pretty much what I remember this game
Yeah,
being.
you know what this game is.
Yeah.
God damn it. Can somebody verify if Galaga Legions is, in fact, backwards compatible? Or maybe I don't own that game, actually. I didn't see it in my library.
I have it, and it does say it is Xbox backward compatible.
Oh, maybe I just don't own it.
Okay, I can play that one a little bit if
I
you
feel
want.
like we besmirched the good name of Galaga Legions. Now we need to take a look at it.
Based on this, I may have actually never booted up Galaga Legions, so...
Ah! Oh boy. There it is.
Yeah, see, I'm going to vehemently disagree with Scope Dog here, who's saying that the 360 era was the most safe and boring generation.
What?
I think there's something you can say about the games that were being produced on a regular basis around this time, like at the, you know, sort of like the bigger console level. But I think as far as the platform is concerned and what Microsoft was trying on there, they actually did try a lot of wild stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there were a bajillion Gears of War clones that generation, but that's not all that was happening out there.
No.
And like as we've said a bajillion times, the 360 itself was like a massive jump for consoles generally, with all the online stuff and profile and friends and social stuff. Like, all right, that's probably enough of this.
Sure.
Unless there's anything fun to look at, can I like?
Yeah, Baruti pointing out the Netflix watch parties with your avatars as well.
Yeah,
that was always a really wild time.
Yeah. All right. What else we got here? Oh, Blades. Also,
Blades.
They put out this dynamic Blades background recently, which is cool. There's no way to like make the blades actually do anything, but you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the 360 era is, I mean, someone just pointed this out, like, stuff like the Rock Band Network could not have happened
Yeah.
in any other generation because, you know, the idea of, like, people self-publishing, like, DLC for a bigger game within the Microsoft, you know, like, ecosystem, that was buck wild. Like, that was a thing that just nobody was really doing anything like that.
Yep. They tried a lot of stuff on that console.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah, Zuma.
I forgot this was PopCap. And apparently, do I have cloud storage for it? Oh, I remember. Oh, man. Oh, this music. Okay, I may have played way more Zuma than I realized.
Is this Zuma or Zuma Deluxe?
Man, what is up with all these gamer pictures? I think it's regular Zuma. Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, regular Zuma. Got it.
I have zero memory of how to play Zuma.
Me either. I don't think I've played Zuma since probably when I got my Xbox, so let's see.
Yeah, right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was extremely early XBLA, right? Oh. Oh, no, that's not going to cut it. Just want to set up combos here, right?
Mm-hmm. Shoot them balls.
Ah.
Yeah, this is all coming back to me now.
This could be going better. Backwards ball.
Nice.
I zoomed.
Roasted.
I zoomed.
You got Zuma'd.
I zoomed.
Just over here jamming to this music.
Yeah, I guess this is like pre-Plants vs. Zombies PopCap, right?
Yeah, this would be like probably not that long beforehand, but yeah.
Like pre-EA PopCap also, I think?
Yeah, definitely pre-EA PopCap.
This might have been their first console release? I don't remember.
Was Peggle them?
Yes.
Did Peggle come before this?
No, Peggle was an Xbox One. Oh, actually, God, and I might be wrong. I thought Peggle didn't come out until the Xbox One.
No, because I think there was a Peggle.
Maybe there was a Peggle on 360?
On the 360.
That might be right. I remember playing a lot of the Xbox One version of Peggle.
Yeah, first Peggle was definitely 360.
Peggle 2 was the launch game on Xbox One, right?
Peggle 2 was the one, it was Xbox One.
Played a lot of Peggle 2 on there. Whoop. I know I shouldn't care about this. I am super irrationally angry about it. Microsoft has started deleting everybody's old game clips that were stored on Xbox Live. And I did not realize it until it was too late, so I have like a ton of clips of early Xbox One games from the launch, like when we were reviewing the games on the Xbox One before it came out and stuff.
Motherfucker.
All just gone. Like, just gone. If I had known, like, it's super easy to just move all those clips into OneDrive or download them yourself or whatever, I just didn't realize it. And
yeah. I mean, who can keep up with all their wheelings and dealings on a regular basis?
All of that extremely valuable footage of me playing Peggle 2 is gone now. Lost to time.
Like tears in rain.
What is the world going to do without it? What does an accuracy ball do exactly?
Does it make you more accurate?
I don't know. This doesn't exactly seem inaccurate to begin with.
Mr. Sanpo-san, unironically, Peggle 2 is the best Xbox One launch game. You're not wrong, on any level.
Yeah. I think history has been relatively kind to Rise, it seems like. Like,
why?
People seem... I mean, it's not an amazing game. I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
But, like, for what it was and for being a launch game, it's, like, totally competent and still looks pretty good.
I just remember being very bored by it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty one note. Like, don't get me wrong. But it also doesn't really overstay its welcome, from what I remember. Like, it's a pretty tight experience, like good, decent combat.
What was the Dead Rising that came out around the time of the Xbox launch? 3? Okay.
3 was the... And it was the second one made by Blue Castle, wasn't it?
It was the people who made Dead Rising 2.
Yeah, it was the people who made... I think they were called Blue Castle, right?
Yeah.
And they became Capcom Vancouver. But it was the first one that felt like a fully their own, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like 2...
They weren't just building off what Capcom's internal team did.
Yeah, like 2 very much felt like 1. In fact, I think a lot of the lead creatives from 1 were still working on 2, even though it was mostly made in Vancouver. But 3 very much felt like, okay, this is a Western take on Dead Rising. It was okay. It was not as good, but it was not bad.
No. I did play a fair amount of it because there weren't a great many Xbox One launch games.
Yeah. All right, that's enough Zuma.
Yeah.
Speaking, actually, since we're talking about Dead Rising, I have 2 of them on here, and they were both XBLA games, I think. Or maybe chat can correct me. I can't remember. Where are they? Did those get downloaded? Okay, so there's Case Zero. Okay, there it is. Case Zero and Case West.
Right.
Case Zero, I know, I think that's the one I'll play. That one is like a standalone prologue to Dead Rising 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what Case West is.
Me either.
This case, it's only a gigabyte. It's not that re-release of 2 that inserted Frank West as the protagonist, is it?
It might be another like precursor thing. It's an epilogue to 2, is what they're saying.
Oh, that's what it is. Because they also put out Off the Record, right? I think Dead Rising 2 Off the Record was the one where they straight up pulled Chuck Green out.
Frank in there, yeah,
and put Frank in, like, which is so appropriate because everybody in game shits on Chuck Green constantly. Mm-hmm. So for the publisher out of game to also shit on him and take him out of his own game.
Yep.
Pretty appropriate.
Oh, what a time. I
love the Dead Rising games. It's like that remake of 1 is like legit maybe my most anticipated game for the rest of the year. I'm extremely fond of Dead Rising. Yeah, I don't know where the hell my saves are for any of this.
Yeah, because the 360 stuff you could put in the cloud at a certain point, I think, but you had to do it manually.
Yeah, it basically treated the cloud as another storage device.
Yeah.
Rebecca Chang. She's so gloriously shitty. Oh, wow. Apparently Chuck is a psychopath in Off the Record.
Oh, really?
That's cool. That's a cool twist. I didn't know about that. This was such a fucking cool idea that not many publishers pursued because I assume it probably didn't make them a lot of money, but like...
Yeah.
The idea of making a unique standalone, totally unrelated to, or not unrelated to the forthcoming full game, but like...
But unattached.
Yeah, like unique content is what I mean. They didn't just chop the prologue off of the game and put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a separate thing in a separate environment with a different story, you know? Like it was such a neat like promotional way to get people hyped up for... I can't remember the last time somebody's done something like this. Yeah, Aqua Manly pointing out Alan Wake American Nightmare felt similar. Yeah, I have that installed on here too. That was a sequel to Alan Wake, but very similar concept. A lot of love in the Twitch chat for 360 faceplates.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly remember Ryan going and getting the wood grain faceplate on like literal launch day. that sums up the ethos of the console better than anything I can think of. Like, just make it look stupid right off the bat officially.
Listen, Generation Remix wants to make their consoles look as dumb as possible.
That's right.
The Rock told me so. Where do you think Jay Allard is now?
I don't know. I think he was doing something with bicycles last I checked.
Nobody likes shots, honey.
He just disappeared, is the thing.
Yeah. Well, I think they stuck him on Zune for a while before he left the company.
Which basically is the, hey, we're about... That's basically like the deep freeze we put people in before they disappear from the company.
Yep. Well, the Zune has got its fans.
I don't like
Yeah.
shots.
Jay Allard,
Won't
for
have to
instance.
take another one for a long time. A whole 12 hours.
Maybe we'll run out.
Does this VO sound like it was recorded in a closet?
Vaguely.
It's like a weird reverb on his voice.
This might have been a, hey, can you send some punch-in lines for us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Microphone, like home microphone technology was not that great in the mid-2000s.
Yes. PC90 in the Twitch chat mentions Infamous Festival of Blood. Yeah, that game, that's awesome. That thing was fucking rad as well. Just like little mini versions of big games that do something interesting and unique. It was such a cool idea. Okay, I have a question because I was talking over the dialogue. Is she infected already? Or was that some other kind of shot he was trying to give her? I didn't see if that was Zombrex or not. Zombrex is such an amazing name for an anti-zombification drug.
They knew what they were doing. That was definitely Zombrex, is what Chad is saying. Zambi. Not zombie. Someone just driving a truck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my car.
I wonder if they would do a deluxe remaster of 2 if 1 does well enough.
Didn't they do something with 2? I thought there was some kind of re-release, but not like a full-on remaster.
Both of them got a like bare bones kind of remaster, 2015, 16, somewhere around there.
That's what I thought.
On PS4, Xbox One, but those were just like higher res, better frame rate, and that was it. Like they didn't really do much to them.
Not like the one work they did on the current
like
Dead Rising,
they're
which is upcoming.
Yeah, like they're fully modernizing this new one, and like short of changing voice actors, which sucks ass. Everything else they're changing seems like it's going to be very positive.
Capcom seems like one of the companies that is the least invested in caring about having the same voice actor from game to game.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Because there's like a bunch of Resident Evil characters that have like 4 or 5 different voice actors.
Yes, there,
right?
there have been like 8 Chris Redfields or something.
Right.
Katie, Daddy loves you so much.
Like this one's got all the extremely cool weapon combination stuff. You know, they went completely ridiculous with all the weapon combos. Like I would love to play a new version of this.
But no, Daddy, I don't even like Zombrex.
I know, honey.
What do you think Zombrex tastes like?
Is it administered orally?
You stay here.
No, I think it's a shot, but still.
I promise I'll be back as soon.
Tastes like vomit.
I'm going to say Ecto Cooler.
Okay.
People outside?
Nothing's gonna stop me from keeping you
No,
safe.
I don't have the right game title up here. Sorry, folks.
I'm sure Case Zero is in their database, but
It is.
okay. We have to be the only people streaming Dead Rising 2 Case Zero on Twitch
I
right
think
now.
that's probably correct. It does have some followers on
All
Twitch,
right.
but I don't think anyone else is streaming it right now.
Those people are about to be extremely stoked.
Yeah.
Yep, Zombrex, yep, all right. 7 and 8, okay. All right.
We are locking down the Case Zero streaming here on Twitch.
Nails and a baseball bat. What am I going to do with those?
How would that work?
Yeah.
Guitar riff.
Yes, like I just love even all the like the musical cues and camera work and stuff in these games. They're just so over the top. Right, yeah, I forgot you get extra XP for using the combo weapons.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Let's see, any change weapons? There we go.
Yeah, now that's an Xbox 360 frame rate if I've ever
It
seen
sure
one.
is. I'm on a Series S, so
Yeah, I know.
Trying to think. How does
This is probably about as good as this game has ever run,
yeah,
frankly.
yeah, like what is it? Series S runs games like a 1X, is that right, I think?
I think that's correct.
Or maybe not even a 1X? I can't remember. How do I get out there? Look at all of, my god. That's a lot of zombies.
We should go kill them all.
Or is it that the Series S runs them like a regular Xbox One? And the or the Series X runs them like a 1X? That's confusing. I can't remember.
Their naming conventions, as we have said many times, leave something to be desired.
Yeah.
I think they needed one more word in that mission title because it just kind of looks like you're looking for someone named Katie Zombrex.
Saving in a bathroom.
All right. Time to hunt.
I don't remember how long this is. I feel like I remember it being like pretty damn short, like
I think it's a couple hours, maybe.
2-3 hours. I think I reviewed this
Yeah.
game.
Time to go to work.
You know, they've really squeezed a lot out of this console.
Yeah.
The 360 has 512 megabytes of RAM.
No one has ever needed more.
Oh.
Royalty-free guitar music.
Have a map. Let's head to the Grumpy Dog Bowling Alley.
Why is that dog so grumpy? It's because he can't bowl?
Ah, no, I don't want to lose my bat. Shit.
You do have those buzz saws, though.
Oh, boy.
Those are always fun.
Oh, could I have used that as a melee weapon? Probably shouldn't have thrown that.
Eh. The throw is always fun. I don't think the rolled-up newspaper is going to do it for you.
I don't remember how much there is to this. Like, is there... I think there's at least one psychopath in this thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the bowling alley.
It's been so long, man.
Bowling zombies.
Surely there's a zombie toward the end you can throw a bowling ball at. Yep. That is how that should go.
It makes a strike sound.
All right, now hit the one down the lane. Hit the one down the lane.
Wait, hit... You mean the zombie?
Yeah, with the bowling ball. Just straight up bowl it.
All right, gotta get him in the lane. Come on, man.
You can do it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
That's what we come here for. He's lining up his shot. He's rolling down the lane.
Oh, I'll take it.
That's a 6.
All right. Is that enough Dead Rising?
I think so.
Could move on to something else.
Yeah, let's try something
Let's
else.
see what's going on in the diner real fast. I was kind of hoping I would just like wander into the psychopath, but probably no such luck. God, that's right. Yeah, man, I completely forgot. 2 was set in a casino. Where do you go if your first game is set in a shopping mall? How about a shopping mall but with gambling?
Yeah, what about an entire city that's basically one big shopping mall with gambling?
Yep. This game was cool.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything queued
swap
up?
over to me?
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
swap back, see what you got going on.
I got a couple of Avatar games that I'm just going to briefly dip into here.
All right.
First one I'm going to do is Very Bad.
Oh, wow.
But I'm picking it because it's Avatars.
I'm sorry, what is Avatar Fame Star?
Avatar Fame Star, I believe, was the thing that they were just branding to basically make it so that your avatars would appear in the game.
All right.
You don't have audio yet. Let me give you that.
Okay.
There you go.
There it is. Whoa.
I'm trying to figure out which Fire Pro Wrestling to associate with it because there's a lot of Fire Pro Wrestling games. I'm just going to pick this one. I don't know if it's the right one, but fuck it. It's a Fire Pro Wrestling, so we'll just go with that. This is from Spike, the people who make the real Fire Pro Wrestling games, and it's garbage.
Oh.
Unlike the real Fire Pro Wrestling games, which I like a lot, this one's not good, but it was an interesting concept.
Is that Spike Chunsoft?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this might be before the Chunsoft merger.
Somebody asking about Sneak King. Did they ever do digital releases of those? I think they were disc only, weren't they?
I think they were disc only. I think you were supposed to get them in a Burger King, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you certainly were.
Yeah.
I've still got my new in the shrink wrap copies of all 3 games that I bought the morning of the day they were released at 6 a.m.
I have zero recollection of how to play this game. Let's see what happens.
The day those games came out, I had taken a red eye back home, and my cousin picked me up from the airport at 6 in the morning. And I was like, we need to go to Burger King. And I literally bought those games at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning, getting breakfast at a Burger King drive-thru. I think the person was very confused.
I have no idea what any of these are. Let's just pick a random one. Master Wang, you're in.
Are those just pre-made avatars that they included
Those
in the
I
game?
think are, yeah.
Okay. Can you wrestle your friends?
I think you could, theoretically. Like, pro wrestling game with your avatars, great dumb idea. The game itself left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
I assume at some point I customized that intro. I don't remember. Oh no. Ow.
All right. Well, what's that? I wonder how many games there are where you play as your avatar. It feels like a lot.
Well, there's another one I'm going to boot up here in a second,
All
which
right.
is actually a better game. Just wanted to show what this garbage was.
I type Xbox 360 games where, and where you play as your avatar is the first suggestion.
They knew. They heard you.
That's right. Wow. It is a lot of games. Man, remember Lips?
I do remember Lips.
The Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games let you do it. Mad Balls in Babbo Invasion?
I don't remember that one at all.
I'm pretty sure that game was an Adam Boyes joint. I could be wrong. Let's see.
All right, I appear to have a lot of meter. Do I have like a special or something I can do? I can't remember. Whoa! All right.
right. Stunt on him.
Yeah. Why am I making toad noises?
God, yeah, those sound borderline infringing.
Yeah, I want to be clear. This game is trash. Sometimes you take the good and the bad.
Aquamanly asks, did playing as your avatar or your Mii come first? God, I completely forgot Mii's existed. And I completely forgot that avatars are fully just a ripoff of Mii's.
They were their own art form. That's what I think.
Can you still access your Mii in any form? Is that still stored on a server that you can see? Probably.
I believe so. I think those are in the cloud somewhere. Ooh, hitting suplex. I think I might beat Master Wang. We'll see.
It's looking promising. Yeah, people reminding me you can port your Mii onto your Switch. I don't know if you can make a Mii on the Switch. I don't know if you have to make it on one of the previous consoles and bring it in. I really hope the Switch 2 has got more interesting, like, platform stuff. Like, the Switch is a very cool console with, like, nothing interesting about the way you engage with it beyond playing the games. I don't even need achievements, I just need something.
This might do it. I did it. I beat Master Wang. I am the Wang Master.
Yep.
That's what they call me. I will not be playing another match of this.
That's fair.
Yeah, this was not a good game, but it was a nice concept that I wish had been better. There's another Avatar game that I actually did kind of like.
Oh.
When it was running. I think the servers technically are still up, but again, there's absolutely no one playing this. Let's see if this boots up here in a sec.
Come on, Xbox.
There we go. Look, it hasn't been used in a while, to be fair.
Is that an S? Is that the redesigned Xbox console? It's not the launch model Inhale one, is it?
No, it is the launch model like form factor.
Oh wow, that's an old Xbox.
It's one of the later ones of that model where they added an HDMI port.
Okay, and fixed the red ring, presumably.
Yes.
Wow,
because I did eventually have a red ring console.
Okay, that's a relatively old Xbox then.
Yeah. I've had like 2 or 3 Xboxes go pear-shaped on me, but this one has held up.
Yes, I also had 3 launch models, 3 consoles die in succession.
Full House Poker, using Avatar Fame Star again.
Oh, okay. Avatar Fame Star is middleware then for avatars, I see. Man, I gotta play more Balatro.
Balatro's good. No limit. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, sure, whatever. We're not going to play a lot of this because it is just poker.
Sure. Not to be confused with Poker Night at the Inventory.
No.
Another novelty poker game of note.
Yep. Yeah, this was a pretty bare-bones poker game, but like as just a way to play multiplayer with people and their various avatars and what have you.
It's chill.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was a chill way to do it. This is usually what I would actually do before games of 1 versus 100, is I would pop in here for a little bit, play this, and then to go jump into 1 versus 100.
I thought that was Greg Kasavin to your right for a second.
It does kind of look like him, yes.
Oh, that's right. Hexagon Heat reminds that Poker Night at the Inventory is no longer available.
That's dumb. I definitely own that game, so I could probably re-download it if I need to. gonna spend all my chips on this pair of 10s. I don't really care. Spin the table around. Take all my money. Well, I can't fold now. Take all my money, because I'm going to lose.
Those are some big cards.
Oh, I'm not going to lose. I have a better pair than you do. Wow, that was a terrible all-in play.
Nate RFB. I remember buying a memory card to copy my save files off my roommate's 360, and then years later, when I got my own 360 to play Mass Effect 3, the memory card was not compatible.
Oh my god.
Had to track down my roommate hat in hand to copy the saves onto USB. That's kind of shitty. I had completely forgotten about that. They totally dropped their own fucking memory card ports from later models of the console.
They did.
It's kind of rotten. But I remember how excited I was when they finally were just like, hey, you can just put all your saves on your own USB stick now. And then boy, did that bite me in the ass.
Microsoft, look, for all the things we were saying nice here, they are one of the absolute worst when it comes to their own proprietary tech and ports and other things. They're very restrictive. They're very weird about their stuff. They don't always support stuff great long term. It can be kind of a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah, I remember hearing the peripheral stuff in the 360 era was a huge pain for licensees.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've gotten a little better. I mean, you know, old controllers at least work with new consoles now.
Yeah, no, they've definitely softened on that in the last generation or so, but they used to be really uptight about anyone using the proprietary tech.
How much are the storage expansions for the Series X these days? I wonder. God, man, it's still 150 bucks for 1 terabyte. I guess that's not terrible.
All right, that's enough of this game.
But that's for the Western Digital one that is cheaper.
Let's see here. What's the next one gonna be? You wanted to see that Galaga, right?
Yeah, let's take a
Is it
look.
Galaga Legion or something?
Galaga Legions. I can double check. If you want to play something else, I can double check and make sure I don't have it.
No, I'll just do it. It's right here. I got it. I don't think I've ever actually booted it up, so why not? It's the marble game people keep mentioning.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Trial version. Only the first part of the first area is accessible. What are you
Oh,
talking
that's...
about?
I guess you don't actually own... You have this game downloaded, but you don't own it?
That doesn't make any
God,
sense.
remember that?
Wait, when did I download this but not buy it?
I completely forgot about that. That was a kind of a cool idea. You could download full games and they would just like drop into trial mode if you didn't actually pay for them. I completely forgot they had done that. That was a neat idea.
Well, let's just play this first area.
3830. Executing GSI. Confirming mission and weapons.
Oh, all I can do is the tutorial.
Here, I'm buying it right now. Let's just...
Okay.
We're going to right this historic wrong.
Okay.
I feel so bad about my Galaga Legions slander at the top of this stream. Why don't you play something else while I download this? I'll save.
Okay.
I'll save this. You know we are gonna have to play some Geometry Wars before we go, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll save Galaga for the end of stream Neon Particle arcade games block.
Brad can buy it because I think this is one of the games that went backward compatible at some point.
Yes.
A bunch of these did not. Oh, what's something else I can boot up here that would not have made it over? Renegade Ops?
That's been ported to a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
What else do we have?
Snoopy Flying Ace. Fuck it, Simpsons Arcade.
Not sure.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, XBLA was like a good early place to play a bunch of old arcade games.
In fact, it was one of the first places you could get these games piecemeal
Right.
and not part of like some kind of collection or
Right.
something.
Yeah, like that was kind of a big trend for a while there, right? Was just all these classic arcade games getting ported to XBLA.
Yeah.
Like,
And having like online play in some cases.
right. I think the Simpsons core on the Mister is almost done. Or it might be out by now.
We'll just do a local game here.
I might own this, but...
I mean, if you want to hop on.
Actually, I'd have to re-up my Xbox Live. It's probably not worth the rigmarole.
Okay.
Who's,
Homer or Bart?
Who's your character of choice?
Homer or Bart?
Who is the Donatello of this game?
I think that Donatello might be Marge. She has like the kind of the big
Yes.
vacuum cleaner like poke weapon.
I wonder if they wrote any new code for the characters in this game, or if each one of these characters plays exactly like one of the Ninja Turtles. And they just made new sprites. I don't know. I would fully believe it if like the hitbox and the reach and everything on these characters is like literally identical to the Ninja Turtles game.
But it was like it was Turtles and it was X-Men were like the three big ones that came to the 360, and those are like kind of the only way you could play those legally by themselves on a platform.
Did they ever put out Turtles in Time? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I mean, that's obviously in that Turtles collection that came out not that long ago. Oh, God. I was trying to think what arcade game I might have spent the most money on in my lifetime, and I think the answer is actually Street Fighter 2, but like this one's probably pretty high on the list.
Yeah, I don't remember if I ever even finished this or Ninja Turtles in the arcade.
I definitely did. I remember the first time I did because it was at my birthday party at a local, like, go-kart and mini-golf place called Scandia. It was like me and 3 of my friends were playing, and it was the first time I ever beat it. And I remember it was like, for my birthday, I got to beat Simpsons, yay!
You know what? That's a good birthday gift.
Yeah, totally.
Because I definitely always hit a point pretty quickly in games like this where I started feeling resentful at the extra quarters I was pumping in, so I just bailed.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think The Simpsons will ever be canceled? I mean, it has to eventually.
One day. It will take someone in the principal voice cast dying, I think, before they will actually do it.
I was literally going to say, what happens first? The show going off the air or somebody on the... like one of the family members, voice actors dying.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to take at this point. And even then, they'll probably try and recast it at least once. Look how happy Marge is.
Oh, God. The number of people saying they're just going to AI the voices may very well be right.
Oops, my controller apparently decided, nope.
All right. Well,
my controller died for a second there.
No testing your might now.
No.
As much of a bummer as it is that they shut down the marketplace, my understanding is that basically everything on it has been archived, let's say.
That's good.
So that stuff is still technically available, or, you know, not fully lost.
There's a way.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yep.
That said, I don't know if anyone has gone to the trouble of recreating the Rock Band Blitz servers anywhere so you can play it.
I don't think there's any kind of, like, replacement network project for that.
Fucking teacup guys, man.
I have no idea if there is really a functional 360 emulation scene or not. So I have to assume that'll happen eventually, so... Someday you won't even need an Xbox 360 to play all those archived games. Right, Xenia exists, that's right. But I don't know how complete it is.
So this would have been very early in the Simpsons run, right? This game coming out?
When did this come out? If I had to guess...
Like, I want to say this is like maybe season 2 at most.
My guess is this is like a 1992 or something like that. When did this come out? 91. Yeah, so this is only season 2, 3. Isn't 89 the first season?
Yeah. I think it was 89 to 90.
Yeah, so this is like right at the height of the pop cultural zeitgeist.
Yep. The reason I bring it up is because some of the art in this game feels very original Simpsons season and less where the show went.
Sure. This is like still the what was his strip before? Life in Hell?
Yeah.
Still got like all the rabbit influence a little bit.
I had so many Life in Hell books.
Still some like Tracy Ullman vibe to this. Wait, did you read Life in Hell before The Simpsons existed?
No.
Okay.
No, I definitely did not.
Oh man. Cute. Oh man. Q stealth. A few Treehouse of Horror episodes for the Watchcast would be amazing. I would extremely do that.
That's an idea. I'll write that one down.
I basically rewatch 1 through maybe.
I think up to about season 8 or 9 is when they start to dip a little bit.
Unpopular opinion, past 6. Like Homer Cubed is the last like truly great Treehouse of Horror vignette to me. But
yeah, after that, it's like there are some good ones, but they're a little more scattered.
Yeah, they kind of lose the magic a little bit. But I kind of rewatch 1 through 6 basically every October now.
Okay, I have to boot this up at least once before we're done here, and then we'll switch over to you.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah. So I've got a block of games we can close out on.
Okay. I just need to see it.
Oh, of course.
I need to see it.
Of course.
Every one of these
Update.
games I've downloaded, for the most part, they want me to do this quick update before
Dude, This was back when they they capped patches at 4 megabytes. I think they relaxed that later, but like, remember, like broadband was not super a thing back then, or it was still kind of slow. So the idea, and I'm sure developers fucking hated having to patch games with those limitations, but it was so nice as a player to never have to wait for a giant update.
Just for funsies, is anyone playing this online?
Oh,
I
God,
bet
I hope
not.
so. Oh, I hope so. Oh, this music! We gotta play some more of this.
I will give it 1 minute to see if anyone shows up. If not,
Like,
we're not doing this.
A bunch of people are scrambling to boot their Xboxes right now.
Yeah, this does lose a little bit of something without the camera because there's never the risk that you're just going to see someone's dick.
Yep. Yep.
And really, what fun is it without that?
Yep. Do you have a custom deck?
I don't know.
Somebody said something about a custom PGR deck, or maybe they had one. I think they were just saying that that's a good deck. I forgot this had custom decks.
All right, let's just do a single player. Standard Uno. Yeah, 35th anniversary. Why not?
Oh, right. They just sold decks for this. I was trying to think if you could unlock them or something. Oh, do the decks actually have abilities? I forgot about that.
Yes, the 35th anniversary deck has some different stuff in it, I think. God, I've not played Uno in so long.
It's really just, I mean, engaging by the chat, really just running into people either doing drugs or exposing themselves or both, really just the universal experience of playing this game.
I mean, it's why I played it for the most part. They're screwing me, Jerry.
God, this music is so good. Slippery and net. I remember running into someone who was barely able to move but could play by holding a marker in their mouth and pressing the buttons.
Huh.
I hope that person has gotten themselves an adaptive controller.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool to hear that story and realize, like, yeah, they really met a need with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome that they did that. Where is 666 right now? Asks PC90. That was on the PS4, but yes.
Yeah, this sure is Uno, all right.
Yeah, it sure is.
Again, I do think it loses a little something without the promise of nudity or drugs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. The online with the camera is the experience. Did it ever go up past 4 players?
I'm not sure that
It's
it
always
did.
capped.
I think it was always a 4-player version of it.
Okay. Crafty NYC Uno on Xbox is the beta for chat roulette. Yeah, I can see that. God, remember chat roulette?
I do.
Man, that was a fun time.
Does that still? That doesn't. I mean,
I
I know
don't-
Snapchat still exists, but like chat roulette does not
I don't
exist,
think
right?
chat roulette still exists. It seems like it does.
Huh.
Chatroulette.com.
Do not go
Nope.
on chat roulette. Is
Nope.
my advice.
Or I could just capture that browser window and then the stream could take a turn.
Yeah, we can finally get banned from Twitch.
Don't forget to call Uno. There you go.
I called Uno.
There you go. I'm going to be excused for just a second while you wrap this game
Okay.
up, and then we'll switch over to my stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're almost done Unoing here, so. I no longer have Uno. Ah, red one. Bastard. May you and your cards rot in hell. Wah! Am I trapped alone in the Universe? Yeah. I'm here by myself now. This is how I live. One Uno card at a time. Brad will be back momentarily.
I am back.
There he is.
Jack?
Welcome back, Jack.
Oh, I'm so glad this stream hasn't fallen apart.
Yeah.
Had like 2 things break that were working just fine yesterday, like 5 minutes before we started today. Never fails.
Always challenge the draw for it. Doesn't matter if you know you're going to get screwed.
Yep.
Do it always.
Chad, any complaints about the audio on this stream? Overall?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Just wanted to know if I could dump this one right into YouTube versus doing audio surgery first. These games just...
Yeah, I do have the game audio turned down a little bit because it was kind of blasting in my monitor.
I could turn that up a hair.
Yeah, if you want. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Uh-oh, we got an Uno. Gotta stop him. Dang. Red is too powerful.
Yep.
No more of that.
Don't step to red.
Here's the thing. You can still play Uno. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I'm going to say it again.
In this life.
I'm going to say it again. We should all find our cameras and get out there.
I truly don't know where mine is. I know where both my Kinects are. I don't know where my Vision Cam is.
The Kinects you could probably take or leave, but the Vision...
The Vision Cam was something special.
The Vision is crucial.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we switch back to me?
Yeah, let's do it.
And wrap this thing up. I've got a block here that I have assembled.
Let's do it. What do you got?
There you go. How about... Sorry, are you getting audio there?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
All good.
Oh, hold up. Sorry, I got one more thing to close here. All right, there we go. I'm gonna check this out very briefly.
Okay. I mean, we did just watch Commando.
It's true, we did. I kind of just want to see what this game is as I was going through my games, and I saw this on there, and I was like, I think I remember liking that game, but maybe it was also kind of bad. I don't remember. It's kind of weird that they made a...
The name is familiar, but I really don't remember this at all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they made a Commando sequel on the XBLA. This also is very much of that era of Age of Booty. You know...
I saw some requests for Age of Booty, but a couple people pointed out, like, is that just going to induce a hangover in you the second you boot it up?
I don't think I can ever watch that game again. I don't think it's...
Yeah, that's understandable.
I don't think it's backwards compatible either, which is tragic.
I'm not sure I ever bought Age of Booty, so I don't think I could have grabbed that one.
This very much feels like that era of Capcom when we knew those guys working at Capcom and they were coming by the office a lot and et cetera, et cetera. Sure.
Age of Booty is, in fact, backward compatible, Chad is saying.
Wow, I must have missed that. Or maybe I never owned it. I didn't see it in my list. I guess maybe I never owned Age of Booty.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did either. Again, there's a history there.
That's for sure. Oh. Oh god, that's...
Do you ever think...
I'm just hitting buttons and things are happening.
Fantastic.
Where's my regular shoot? Oh, it's a dual... Oh, wow, it's dual joystick. Okay, sure.
Do you ever just sit and think about how sometimes, like, or, you know, sometimes think about, like, the fact that there are all these people from the video game industry that used to just be these random chuckleheads that we just kind of knew and just kind of were at the, you know, border, like, not the bottom rung, but, like, you know, kind of just low on the PR totem pole, and now they are just some of the people that are most powerful and longest lasting in the game industry at this point.
We went through an old issue of Next Generation magazine on the Tech Pod a couple weeks ago, the December '97 issue, and like half the people in the masthead are like high up at major companies now.
Yeah.
Like Chris Charla was the EIC of that magazine, and he like runs ID at Xbox now.
It's like, boys, you know, he was just a Capcom PR guy for a while, and then the Sony stuff, and now he's at Iron Galaxy. I think about John Drake a lot, who was really just a loudmouth PR guy. A good one, but a loudmouth PR guy for a while. And now it's every time I check in on his Twitter, he seems to have gotten a new promotion at Disney.
He seems to be running like most of their video game stuff now.
Yeah.
Or a lot of it.
Fucking Kessler, yeah.
Yep.
Kessler's a damn professional now.
Matt Kessler has made good. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. I always admire Kessler for kind of going behind the scenes because he is like genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Oh, totally.
He absolutely could be doing personality stuff. I have endless respect for the fact that he just went and got a job.
Totally.
This is fine. I think it did like 3-player online multiplayer, if I remember.
This is a game I would download for like $10 and not feel too bad.
Yeah, yeah. I remember there was a bug in this game that where there was a very hard achievement that you could just get by like opening the guide at the right time. Mm-hmm. And Jeff and Ryan went and got the achievement, and I was all excited to get it, and then they patched it out.
Oh.
So I've never gotten whatever achievement that was.
I do miss those days of like achievement hunting and trying to get like the, you know, like there was that fucking Avatar game where you could get all 1,000 points of achievements because there were only 5 achievements and you can get them all in the first 15 minutes of the game.
Oh, yes.
That was when achievements meant something, and by that I mean they meant the absolute least possible.
I think my personal favorite was Fallout 3 on the PC, where you could just drop the in-game console down and just run a bunch of commands to give yourself all the achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1,550 illegitimate achievement points.
Nice.
All right.
No, they're legitimate because you have
True.
them.
Yeah, I did it. It was the game allowed it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I could probably pull up this email still. I emailed Pete Hines and asked him what he thought about that, and he got a fairly terse response about it.
Wait, Pete Hines actually replied to an email?
Something along the lines of like, well, you can do a lot of things with the in-game console.
Okay.
I have my entire inbox from Giant Bomb. I could go pull that up. Instead, we're going to play Interpol: The Trail of Dr. Chaos.
I love it.
The finest object hunt game ever made. White Silhouette bringing up Iron Brigade / Trenched. I have that game. That's backwards compatible.
I have that too.
I assume you can still play that just fine.
Yeah, that is still available.
I thought about installing it. But instead, I'm going to find some objects. When did this come out?
So,
2010?
I have no recollection of this game whatsoever.
Did we do a quick look for this?
We must have.
Dr. Chaos has escaped. Mm-hmm. Mr. Smith, the Hammer, the Artiste.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's find some objects. Wait, this had multiplayer? What?
What are we doing?
What?
Multiplayer hidden object games. Love it.
I played a decent amount of this game, apparently.
You have some achievements.
San Francisco. Let's do it. All right, let's get in here.
His uncanny ability to transform himself into anyone else, but he needs 3 months of physical recovery time because he's actually just getting plastic surgery over and over again.
That does not seem efficient.
No, not at all.
Where do we want to go? I want to go to Union Square, kind of.
Sure.
I've been there.
Does it look like this?
Oh, no, timer. I guess it's not far off. 2 shopping bags, crab, clarinet, blimp. Okay, there's the blimp. Wow, this is the slowest cursor. What the fuck? Why is this cursor so slow? Okay. Thanks.
Really bold of them to make a retail product on Xbox that you could basically be playing at a little kiosk at a bar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think there were a decent amount of these, weren't there? Like, wasn't this kind of a thing for a little bit?
Does one of the triggers make your cursor faster?
Kind of, but it still only moves on a grid. Wow, this feels awful.
Yeah.
Shopping bags. Whoa, boy, come on. Whoa.
Crab. Where's the crab?
Where's the crab?
Gotta find the crab.
2 shoes. Is that a helmet?
New shoes.
That's a helmet. That's the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a shoe. Oh wait. So is there still another shoe?
There must be another shoe.
There's the crab. Wallets.
Wallet.
Oh, there's a bunch of shoes. Oh my god, move! What is this thing doing?
Taking its sweet fucking time is what it's doing.
It feels like really laggy. Like, it feels like something is not working right here.
I mean, it could be one of those things where the backward compatibility is not like 100% or something.
You know, if you were to tell me that Interpol did not receive the most attention as it was being backported, I would believe that. Go. Wallet.
Clarinet.
Clarinet. You'd think a clarinet would not be
Is the
that
clarinet behind the monitor?
oh, it is. Okay. Wallet and a helmet.
The helmet's on the ground.
Oh, sure is. Where's that wallet? That's not a wallet, is it? No.
Well, it doesn't really stand out on this background, I'm going to be honest with you.
Is
it in the shopping cart, maybe?
is that supposed to be a wallet?
I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
I don't think that's a wallet. I'm not seeing a wallet. Chat must be seeing.
I see it. I see it. It's a little bit next to the pizza box, I think. There's a little bottom part that might be the wallet.
Right here?
That? Like, right, that little bit down there.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Little help, chat.
Dude, I can't see shit.
We have to
Even
finish
after full
this.
screening this.
We have to finish this.
Yeah, no, we have to at least find this wallet.
There is no way.
I'm adamant about that.
There's no way I am leaving this incomplete. I don't... Dude, nobody sees a wallet.
I see a scorpion. I don't see a wallet.
Wait. There it is.
Wait. That's the That's the wallet?
Apparently that was the wallet.
I think hidden object games might actually kind of suck.
That's
my personal
opinion. Two bears?
Unless you're at a bar and you are literally just trying to kill time.
Mm-hmm. Two sourdoughs, huh? I mean, I guess this is Lombard Street, sure.
If you parked a van like this at the bottom of Lombard Street, you would be murdered.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. I should probably turn this game off.
Yeah, you should turn this game off. I don't need any more of this. Because I want to see some Geometry Wars, Brad.
I should probably turn this game off. I should probably turn this game off.
Turn it off. Turn it off!
But, okay, fine. Fine. Interpol.
Listen, man. If I don't see Geometry Wars, I'm going to be mad.
That's fair. Alright, also I just spent $10 whole on Galaga Legions. We gotta play that too.
Okay, do that first, then let's do Geometry Wars to close it out. Galaga Legions.
I guess this is my legit first time playing this game, or I might have played it in the office, but I guess I never owned it. Did we Ryan reviewed Interpol.
Okay.
You
were reviewing a lot of games back then.
Yeah, that's we had a lot of creative freedom, let's say. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of editorial discretion.
A lot of people not really telling us what we should be covering.
Yeah. That sure is the Galaga music. Fire mode. Manual fire. Original skin? Sure. Oh god, what? You can move up and down? What's my shoot button? There it is. Aye. Yeah, this is kind of Galaga, I suppose.
Yeah. It is a Galaga-like, in that it is Galaga.
And the vertical movement's a little weird. Can I attach another ship to my ship? That's my question. Is that possible?
That's the important information.
Anybody in chat know? Whoa! I should not have looked at chat. If anybody lets you know, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of like super weapon or anything?
I believe you captured a Galaga.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, this definitely has that mid-2000s Xbox neon everything
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
They sure did see Geometry Wars and think, hey, maybe we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I think this game is the reason I have a little framed picture signed by the creator of Galaga.
Oh, shit.
That came in the mail as a promotional item, and I think it was because of this game.
That's cool.
I don't remember his name, but it was the guy who developed the original Galaga.
Larry Galaga Jr.
Yep, that's him. Yikes. I don't know if this ever came out on anything else.
I'm not sure that it did. There is a DX version of this game, but that might just be like a more recent release of it.
Is that also on 360?
I don't know. I just saw it when I was looking at the game categories. Bad Joke UK asking, did you ever get that one achievement in Geometry Wars, Brad?
I sure didn't.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I have been trying for it periodically when I stream by myself lately. So,
Maybe today's the day.
At least I've got some recent practice. I can't say I've gotten especially close to it, but I did set a new record like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Like all-time personal best.
And just for anyone who doesn't know, what is the achievement?
It's survive to 1 million. It's get 1 million points
Okay.
without dying.
That's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's really not. Is this? I wonder if this is this going anywhere? Are there bosses? Like, does this just?
I'm sure it's building to something.
Does this just go endlessly? Anybody say anything about getting a second ship?
I didn't see anything.
I would guess it's these glowing guys that would do it if anybody does it, but are they going to come? No.
The triggers change the configuration of your ships?
Do they? I don't see it doing.
Maybe.
I don't see it doing anything.
All right. Maybe you need to have something to do it. The Navy Way asking, was Space Giraffe a Summer of Arcade game too? I believe it was.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was.
It was XBLA. I thought it was a Summer of Arcade.
Definitely an XBLA game. I don't think it was Summer of Arcade. I think
Okay.
I think that came out before they started doing Summer of Arcade.
Okay.
Because I remember playing that in the GameSpot office. It's a lot of bugs. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Getting hairy. Q Stealth asking, was Bomberman Live considered to be a good Bomberman?
Oh, I don't know. That's like classic Bomberman, right?
I think so.
It's-
It's not that like Act Zero.
Yeah, it's easy.
bullshit.
It's easy to mix it up with Act Zero, which
Is not good.
is not Bomberman.
And not good.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Ah!
You got this. No, you don't got this.
Yikes! Yikes! This is actually kind of hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yes. I feel like I remember the reception of this at the time being it's just okay. That seems okay. That seems just okay.
All right, Brad, it's time.
I think you're right. Let me just see.
Give
If,
the people what they want.
it doesn't look like there's anything else of note in here. All right. Just look at this real quick. I always appreciated the how to play, which I believe they mandated at the platform level. Like every XBLA game had to have a really basic distilled how to play screen, which a lot of games would benefit from these days, I think.
Definitely.
Anyway, all right, it's time.
Let's do it.
It is time.
The thing you've all been waiting for.
Let's do this. Slippery in Net asks or says, I remember playing Boom Boom Rocket on July 4th for many years. What was Boom Boom Rocket? That sounds familiar.
I think I remember Boom Boom Rocket.
All right.
It's the game I'm thinking of.
All right.
And not, I know it's not Choo Choo Rocket. That's a different game.
Hey, check it out. It's Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to forget this is even in here.
Oh, Boom Boom Rocket was also a Bizarre Creations thing.
Oh, okay. All right. I should look that up.
I think you can still buy that.
Huh. I think this is more or less just a recreation of the version of this from PGR, right?
Yeah.
I think is what this is. God, I haven't looked at this in a very long time. Alright. Okay. Let's get real.
I do always really enjoy stuff like this, where someone makes a little mini game for something else, and then it turns into one of the greatest games of all time.
Yep. I keep saying it. I have said it repeatedly. They just need to re-release this game on modern Xbox. All they need to do with it is make it run in 4K, add HDR, maybe put some new achievements in. That's it.
That's it.
That's all it needs.
No, it's like a great, like home-cooked dish. Like,
Yeah.
all you need are the 4 ingredients that make it great.
Yep.
And then maybe you just throw a little extra pepper on there or something for a new release. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, higher frame rate would be good too, but honestly, like,
Yeah.
the core game does not need to change whatsoever.
Yeah, 120 FPS would be nice for sure.
Kuru Finway asking, aren't the sequels much better games? 2, I think, is arguably
I like
better, but...
I like 2 a lot. I got all the achievements in 2. I don't even mind Dimensions. A lot of people... Or wait, Dimensions is the DS one, right? I guess I'm thinking of 3.
Yeah, 3. There was a Geometry Wars 3. It just didn't really do a lot.
3 is the full-on console sequel that like Activision / Sierra put out.
Not great.
I mean, 2 is the one where they introduced geoms, which are the little things you have to pick up to increase your multiplier, which I don't mind especially, but it's just a different game at that point.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about the purity of this game that has not been touched since. Like 2 had a ton of very cool modes, don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, I think also, part of it is, it's just branding, but, like, this did feel the most like just a straight-up arcade game of all the things that were called Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, and that's why I keep stressing when I talk about my wished-for remaster of this game should be $5.
Yeah.
Because that was so key to... like the shock of this game being so fucking good, and I was like, what do you mean it's only $5? What do you mean this incredible game is only $5? I didn't know games could be that cheap.
A game you are still playing now in 2024.
Right. Like, Microsoft just resist the profit motive and do what's right.
Yeah.
Honor this game's legacy in the appropriate way. Make it cost 800 Microsoft points.
Right, because they own it now.
Yep.
They just own it outright.
They sure do. Microsoft points, something I absolutely do not miss.
No, that was a dumb thing. But it was very fun just entering in codes for 400 points off of little fucking cards they would pass out.
Yeah.
But fake money was always a bad idea on these consoles. Just don't do that.
It was also just so blatantly skewed, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet 80 points is $1. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you're fooling? Ooh. I can't remember what my best is here. I don't really know. I think I've probably made it to like mid. Whoa, mid.
Like 500,000 or something?
Mid like 500 to 600,000, 650, something like that. The thing is, the way the multiplier builds up, like the back half should be way faster than the front half.
Yeah.
Because you're killing so much stuff by then that the multiplier is just going through the roof. So
Also, survivability is a real challenge at that point.
Right, so I have to assume I'm not like that far off from getting it.
I don't know if you saw that Braid HD update appears to have done zero business.
Yeah, I saw Blow complaining about that. Oof.
I also looked at the comparison shots, and I'm just like, I don't really know what you did
Shit.
here for the most part.
Oh, man.
Listen, this is a hard game.
Poor showing. It is hard, but I mean, there are people out there that have just utterly solved this game, you know? Like, there are people that can basically play this game forever. I mean, look at this shit.
I mean, that's true. There's lots of games that like this where it's just like once you solve it, you just solve it.
Like,
but
look at these scores.
yeah,
Like, look at that.
that's got to be broken
Like,
somehow.
some of these might be hacked. Like that top 5 might be hacked, but there were people like back then, like not that like couple 3 years after this game came out, that could play this game for like they would leave their console paused and just come back to it and play for like several days. Because I mean, there's a logic to the way everything works, and there's like once you kind of master the accepted way to play is to do these routes around the edge of the screen. And some people just got very good at just playing this game kind of endlessly.
Yeah.
Ugh. Not that it matters now.
Nah, it's fine. Just play your game. Just enjoy yourself.
Just
We're just here for the fun now.
yeah.
Yeah, the danger with me in this game is that in the rare instances when I'm like, you know what, I should boot up a Geometry Wars, I don't stop playing Geometry Wars until my hands hurt.
It's still very good.
That's why I only do it like maybe a couple times a year, because I basically have to not use my hands again for a while after that.
The PC version is not in the best state last I checked. Like, oh my god.
Was it ever?
I think it was fine when it launched, but I think it's one of those victims of too many Windows changes.
Right.
Like, last I checked, like it would not run on the Steam version. Like, would not run out of the box on modern Windows without having to do a bunch of DLL hacks or something.
I like the term out of the box for a purely digital
you know.
game. I know what you mean, though.
Like, I think you could play it, but you had to like look up or find some 2-year-old forum thread explaining what to do.
Mm-hmm. That brain just gives me a little dopamine boost every time I hear it.
Yep. Ugh. Man. I would love to know what Stephen Cakebread is up to these days. If they were to do a remaster of this, he should be involved.
Definitely.
I think he was making mobile games at some point.
I can see that.
I haven't even made it to the shitty little blue things yet.
Nope.
Oh.
This game does have one thing in common with Balatro, which is that there's one music track and you don't mind
Yeah.
that there's only one
Yep.
music track. That's all you need.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
The snakes spawning on the side of the screen like just happened is one of the things I've never learned how to deal with. I don't know if you can deal with that other than to just not hug the sides of the screen. Red guy's top 3 shittiest enemies in this game.
Definitely.
Man. Like, it's the red ships, it's the little tiny blue things, which still have yet to appear. And I guess the snakes are probably the worst. Fuck, man, I'm really just... It's been a long week.
Yeah. But you know what? It's a long week.
Yep.
Before a break.
That's right.
Because we are off next week.
That's right, we are. We're gonna take one more run. And then we'll call it.
Mr. Samposan making a very good point here. Because the 360 let you play music you had on your hard drive so easily over games, I had such a weird music association with 360 games. Me too.
Yeah, like...
I think it was the first Forza where they let you do, or Burnout, or one of those on the original Xbox where you could do the custom soundtracks. I had so much custom music on that first Xbox.
Yeah, like...
And then I did it again on the 360.
Like, the Xbox let you rip your own CDs, right? Like, wasn't that built into the dashboard? You could put a CD in and it would encode it to MP3?
I want to say it had to be a burned disc, but yes, I think you could do it.
I'm like, yeah, that's... I mean, yeah, like, we talk all the time about how much 360 did that was so forward-thinking and revolutionary. Like, custom soundtracks were huge, you know? Because
it was maybe my favorite feature of this console generation.
Right, because it wasn't just
region.
It wasn't just a music player that ran on the Xbox. Like, there were hooks in the games that let the games intelligently replace their music with yours and not mess up the rest of the audio.
Yeah,
like, that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I had like whole playlists for like Burnout and Forza and stuff that I would just use when I was playing. They're fucking great.
I have to assume that's just like the victim of licensing or something.
I think the thing they decided at a certain point was, because they tried it with Groove Music at one point with Xbox One. Remember, they tried to do something similar, but nobody had Groove Music, and it wasn't implemented as well. Right. It was on a 360. But I think they realized that nobody had CDs anymore. So like getting onto the console was, I'm currently making weird sound. That's okay, don't worry about it.
All right.
But my recollection is that basically they realized nobody bothering with PCs anymore, so getting that music on console was not like easy thing.
Yeah, I mean, the 360 did have iPad or iPod support at some point.
Yeah. I think I plugged my iPod into it regularly.
I have to assume it was also just they realized, like, oh, digital music is a thing people are going to pay for. We should not let people do this for free anymore.
And I wonder what happened to me. I apparently sound insane right now.
Oh, like still?
I don't know.
Well, I shouldn't have looked at... Fuck. As soon as I looked at OBS.
Okay. I don't know what I sound like, honestly. I don't know.
You sound totally fine to me.
Huh. I wonder if to you.
Apparently
okay, now I sound fine, apparently.
Apparently it's fixed now. All right, well... Okay, last run for sure.
The Microsoft robots heard me talking about custom soundtracks and they had to stop me.
Yep, that's right. Let me fix a thing here. Okay, all right, this is definitely for real the last one.
Okay. If it happens again, we're sticking with it.
Yeah, your audio for me is fine. It must be just OBS doing something weird to it.
Probably. Or just like my connection somewhere, I don't know.
I know I've lamented this on my stream before, like the kind of spin-up time on a run in this game is kind of long.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a good while before things really get going. Which can get a little frustrating when you're playing over and over like this. You just want to be in the shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry. The shit is always there waiting for you.
Yeah. hear a slapping sound.
That's me slapping on my leg to the beat.
All right.
This beat is sick.
True. I was surprised to not find Hexic HD in the backwards compatibility.
Is it not?
I didn't see it.
Huh.
But also, wasn't that game pre-installed on Xboxes early on?
I believe it was.
Isn't that how you got Hexic? It just came on your Xbox?
Yeah, I think
So
Hexic was like the pre-install game. The fuck happened? They can't put Hexic out on anything else.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever actually on the store, since you could just get it for free. That's a weird one. Hexic was like the XBLA game. Besides this.
I feel like I remember having a conversation at some point of like, should we review Hexic?
Yeah.
Back
yes.
at GameSpot, and we were just like, I think, yes, we should review Hexic.
Back in the we have to review everything era.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's kind of free, but also you have to buy the console to get it.
Is it a good game? I think we should at least tell people that.
Technically, you're exchanging money to get it.
Is this game worth fucking $300 or whatever the 360 cost?
For 400 at launch.
400, right?
Do you
It
remember-
eventually dropped to 3, right?
I think so. It must have, yeah.
I want to say it may have actually dropped all the way to 250 by the end.
Yeah, that sounds maybe right. I don't remember how many Xboxes we got in at launch, because you were on the review beat for that, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that one of the situations where people were like having to share Xboxes and they were basically like powered on 24/7?
Well, we didn't get a ton of them, if my recollection is correct, but we got more of them than we got PS3 debugs when those came around.
Okay.
I think we got like 3 Xboxes, if I remember correctly, and they gave us like 2 PS3s out of the gate or something. I remember because the PS3 that I was given to review stuff broke.
Huh.
It literally, like, just something in the power supply broke, and Ricardo got very mad at me because he thought I broke the console, but I don't think I actually did anything. I think it just broke.
Yeah. Pre-release hardware.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that led to situations where reviewers were basically playing in shifts.
Well, we were playing in shifts, and a lot of us were just staying at the office. I remember I had to do both the 360 launch and the PS3 launch on my birthday.
Cool.
Because they both launched around my birthday, and I was at the office both those weekends.
Cool.
Reviewing games instead of doing stuff on my birthday.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's the GameSpot way. Was. It's okay. I got to review the official King Kong movie game. And fucking Motor Storm. So that made it worth it.
There they are. There's those motherfuckers. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Hate those guys. Hate those guys too.
I have to assume they're good for getting your multiplier up because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Ah!
You did very well there.
This was a decent run. That was
a good run.
This was going okay. Unfortunately, I noticed it was going okay shortly before I died.
Yeah, that is always the killer.
I should just never look at the score.
Noticing is the mind killer.
Yep. You know what? I think I might actually make a rule from now on. I'm not going to look at the score anymore. I will finish this run out. Because we still haven't gotten to max craziness yet.
Nope.
This game, for the longest time, this game was and probably still remains the ultimate test of your video encoder.
Oh, yeah. Particle effects? Absolutely.
This thing just eats video compression for breakfast.
Active Plasma saying, yes, this looks bad on Twitch. That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Twitch does not have the best video encoding technology.
Holy shit, that was close. Yeah, you need a very high bit rate to make this look good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it'd be fun to throw this at AV1 when that becomes more widely supported.
Is particle effects the equivalent of film grain in video encoding?
Yeah, sure.
Like a thing that just makes the bitrate need to be a lot higher?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, honestly, anything that introduces a lot of change in the image rapidly.
Yeah. Whenever I encode a movie, I always have to add several thousand bitrate to anything that is old that has a lot of film grain on it.
Do you know about the do you know about that synthetic bitrate that, God, it's going to be hard to explain this while I'm playing this game. Have you seen about the synthetic bitrate that AV1 supports, and I think some other codecs as well?
So I know very little about AV1 at this point. If X265 is about as far as my video encoding knowledge goes.
AV1's just a newer codec with better efficiency, and it's open, so there are no licensing fees, which is why everybody's stoked on it. I think Netflix has been doing this for a while in like maybe a proprietary fashion, but now it's just built in at the codec level. You essentially DNR out all the film grain, and then encode the clean image because that's a much smaller file because you're not having to encode for film grain.
Right.
And then the client, the playback software, adds fake film grain back over top of the image at the time of playback.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's how that works.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I think it's probably pretty fucking gross. I've never seen it in practice, but it's just
like I don't mind film grain at all. Like I actually think it's totally fine as long as it's part of the original picture.
Yeah, but like adding fake film grain back in, I don't know about that.
That's like such a fucking, I'm putting a filter on my fucking video game to make it look cinematic, you know?
Because you're not getting the actual grain of the film stock that was being used, you know?
No. You're getting a fake notion of it.
Right. I mean, you know, I guess theoretically the argument for it is that you're going to be able to deliver better quality to people with poor internet connections.
Sure. And that's the thing. In those kinds of contexts, I don't mind it. I would just never want to encode anything myself with that.
Yeah.
You have hit 1,000,000 points.
Yeah. I think my best is like 2.3 or something. That's pretty rare, though. We got any clockwise players in the chat? Oh, damn it. I've talked about this before. For whatever reason, I always
You're a counterclockwise person?
I always go counterclockwise.
So I'm a clockwise player.
I don't think there's a functional difference. Shit.
No, there really isn't. And the thing is, like, I also back and forth a lot. It's not just me going in a circle all the time, but I always lean toward clockwise for some reason.
Yeah. Oh boy. God, was that my last bomb? That was unnecessary.
It might be necessary for entering the stream eventually, though. That said, I don't want you to stop until you stop.
Oh, I don't think it'd be much longer. We're definitely in it now.
I think the way you feel about, like, twin-stick shooters like this is the way I feel about rhythm games.
Yeah, sure.
It's a thing I can just sort of lock myself into and just play.
Yep.
In just about any version or context.
Yep. It's like enter that flow state.
Yeah. Love a good flow state game.
Oh god, even that sound is awful.
Mm-hmm. It's that grime, you know?
Boy.
Someone just said that there's now an audio plugins out there that make your music sound like shitty early 2000s MP3s, and I'm really mad at that idea.
Yeah.
I'm very angry at that concept.
I believe that.
I don't need... You can just go download a shitty MP3 if you have to. Why would you need a codec to add that?
That is fully believable. Now, use that plugin and then master with that plugin and then encode to lossless. That's what I want. I want a very high quality version of that awful... I mean, that's the old Brian Eno quote, right? Like the flaws of any given medium will come to be the things that are beloved about it.
Yeah.
They're not wrong. Like, I like the way that VHS distortion looks.
I've been on a real hard FLAC kick for a number of years now, but I just found a folder recently of a bunch of old MP3s I had. I think that were like a bunch of like Billboard compilation albums that are just like, the top hits of the 70s and 80s and that shit, because I just wanted to have a bunch of those songs around, and they're all encoded at like 128 and 160. So I tried putting them in a playlist with the other thing, and oh my god, it just melted my fucking mind listening to that awful compression.
Yes.
I don't know how we put up with that for so long.
Like anything below 320, I want no part of at this point.
I think for certain things you can live with 192, but that is the barest minimum.
Yeah, I've got almost no like lossy compression in my music library at this point.
Nothing I have by choice is in lossy compression anymore.
It's just a few things that it's just a few things I can't find any other way.
Yeah.
The thing I always say, though, the thing that people keep seeming to miss is, like, it's not for audio quality reasons, it's for archival reasons.
Yeah, it's for storage reasons.
It's for... I got tired of re-ripping my CDs every few years to a slightly better format, like a codec and bitrate. Like, finally I was just like, you know what, if I just fucking rip to FLAC, I will never have to rip again. Like, you can transcode to whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the source file in a lossless format. Like, basically I was like, alright, if I rip all these CDs to FLAC and then make sure I have good backups, I can lose the CDs and not care.
Yeah.
Because, like... my CDs could, like, fall into a vortex tomorrow, and it's like, well, whatever. Like, I've got the exact audio that's on those CDs backed up in FLAC now.
There's, like, a handful of CDs I just held on to because they were for, like, smaller local bands that I just knew would never appear anywhere else. But yeah, like, I basically got rid of the vast majority of my CD collection at some point, and I have all that stuff, archived, and I'm fine.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, Giant Prime Pan making the ultimate point out here. What if you forget to rip a secret track? Secret tracks!
Yep. Yep.
Talking about the 90s and 2000s, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Alright.
Alright.
We've done it.
Gonna wrap this up?
We've done it. Brendan Sinclair remains the best Geometry Wars player on my friends list.
Cool voice of Canada.
That's
Can't
right.
be stopped.
That's right. That's right. Alright. I think that's gonna do it.
All right.
Thanks.
That was fun.
Yeah. It's a good little walk down memory lane, which is really scary to say that these games are, like, retro now.
Yeah.
But they are.
These games that came out in the middle of our GameSpot careers.
Yeah. These games are... these are classic games.
In all the ways that you can apply that term.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay.
Well, you want to let people know we are out next week?
Yes. I'll let you send us out as I try to figure out how to shut down this stream.
Okay. So we are out next week, but there will be a Watchcast going up, I believe, on Monday. It should go up on Monday with you and me, Brad, and our friend Dan Riker talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic Commando.
That's right.
There will be a 1 week break for the Watchcast after that, but then we will be back on our movie bullshit for a little while. We'll have some more announcements about what we're doing on next week's episode, so stay tuned for that. We'll also have a Ramblecast going up next week.
Yes, a new Ramblecast is locked and loaded for next week.
Yep. And then we'll have an episode of Never Been a Better Podcast, an old one going up in the main podcast feed next week. And then nothing on Thursday or Friday because we're off, and then we will be back after that.
Yes, correct. On all counts.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Good week, Brad.
Yeah.
Good week.
Yes. Same to you.
And we will be back.
Virtual fist bump.
Yes, fist bump. And we will be back in 2 weeks, or I guess a week, really, a full week, with more streams, more podcasts, and all that fun stuff. So have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Play some Geometry Wars. See ya.